have a brand new collection for you that's called Everlasting Memories. So very vintage look. Teresa has been doing some absolutely wonderful projects. So please come play with us. Now, in addition to the Everlasting Memories Luxury Topper Kit, now this has 100 foiled die cuts, 8 foiled cardstock, 8 printed, and the idea sheet, which is on the back, but you can't see it. And there's also 36 inserts, those are those ghosted back images, and 30 sheets of adorable scoreable that coordinates. And my favorite, the Everlasting Memories tag pad. Now this has got, they're 3 1/4 by 5 inches. You're going to get 48 sheets, and there are 12 designs. You get 4 of each one. And look at the 2 cutting dies. They are gorgeous. This is Embroidered Elegance, and Embroidered Elegance is 4 7/8 inches square. And then there's also Vintage Elegance. Okay, so you get elegance all over. And that is, well, this particular one is 3 7/8 by 6 inches. And then you get some other pieces in here, butterflies and so forth. So all of these are what is going into what Teresa has done. And we're going to start with this card and get in closer so that you can see. And for this one, she's really playing with that tag pack. And as I showed you, let me just show you, this thing is honkin' big, so you can see that. Now what she has done is she has taken an insert and used that on the front. And as you may know, the inserts are ghosted back images, but Hunky Dory has started doing them double-sided papers. They've included that in with the inserts. So Teresa has taken, let me see, this one, and she has cut it down to fit upon her 6 1/2 by 5 inch card. So that's step 1. And then she has taken some tags. Now let me pull the tags out for you because she's done some altering. So, in fact, this is probably the most different one, is this one. So this is how it comes. And I think that's one of the benefits of this collection, is that there are some pieces in the tags that are like this. Well, let me show you the other. And here is the other one. So get those all into the camera. And you can see that she's done some coloring. Now you can certainly use markers. These are on a lightweight cardstock, so that's going to work. However, Teresa decided to go back and use our Aqua Blend pencils. Now she played with both of these, the earth hues and the vivid hues, or earth tones and vivid hues, and all you'll do is just start coloring. So these are colored pencils, and let me get this thing open. Come on, open. Well, at least they're not going to fall out. There you go. So you can see, I think you get 12 pieces and all different colors. You can kind of see them by the caps. This happens to be the vivid hues. And then you just start coloring. Just really, really nice. Just another way. Use any coloring medium you want, but I think it's really nice to see that big difference. And even on the coffee cup, all she added was a blue rim and a little bit of blue coloring on the trim. So you don't have to do a ton of coloring. You can do exactly as much as you want. Now in both cases, she left them the full shape and glued them to the front of her card. So that worked nicely. Now, knowing our Teresa, she's going to add some ribbon. So you can see there's ribbon going over the first tag, but not the second one. And this is a sheer ribbon that comes from the light pink collection. As a matter of fact, she's used this light pink collection throughout the cards in this set. So I'll just toss that over there. Now the other thing that she's done is to add something into her bow. So you can see that that bow is on the side. And this comes from the Haberdashery collection of buttons. These are gold and silver buttons, just mostly gold in this particular one. And just, they're all different. So whether or not you're going to have that exact one, I'm not sure, but you will have one that will substitute nicely. So that's what she's done. You want to zot that on just to really hold it in place. And then she's also used some dazzles, as you can see there. And this comes from the card Inside Outside. So we have the thank you right there. We've got little flowers because there's all sorts of little embellishments here. Now this comes in several sheets, black, white, gold, silver, and that works nicely for the front. Then she did a little knotted ribbon at the top there. On the inside, she has gone with another of the inserts and another of the tags. So this is always kind of a surprise to me. I kind of think if I get it in a tag, I should use it as a tag, but Teresa lets us know that you can just cut that off, make a rectangle, cut a square, whatever you want. You'll notice that these have kind of an area that's really suitable for putting a cutting die, putting dazzles, stamping, whatever you like. Of course, because she used dazzles on the front, she used the companion on the inside, which is You Make Me Smile, and that worked nicely. Now the other thing that she's done here is this is the insert that was used on the front, but she chose a different one to go on the bottom there, and it's this one. So they both have kind of a lacy, elegant look, and she's cut the strips there. Those sizes are, you guessed it, downstairs in the gallery. And she has also matted, after she cut the tag, matted it onto one of the adorable scoreable. And also, let's see, I didn't point out, but she also colored in this one as well as the front one. So just adding a bit of color to coordinate with the adorable scoreable. It just works so nicely. Oh, and there's something else on this card, and that is the glitter thin lines. Now, let me show you as I toss this thing around. The thin line glitter is all different colors. I think there's over 10 sheets in here. Oh, Paulette just opened it up. And you're going to get in total 630 dazzles. See my notes on the back? And you can see they're pearl, they're all glittery, very, very pretty, very, very useful. And because they're thin line, you can see you're just going to get an edging of sparkle. So she's used 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, again to coordinate with that pink that she's done in the coloring. So it works really nicely. So that's our first. Now we're going to go into using those cutting dies, and wait till you see what our Teresa has done. This is gorgeous. Don't you agree? Okay, let me bring in that die again. And this is what it is. This is the Embroidered Elegance. So what Teresa's done is she has, well, in fact, I've got a sample here. She first cut her adorable scoreable to be 5 by 5 inches square. Then she took a piece of the acetate. Now, we have acetate sold singly. We also have it in the set of heat-resistant acetate. So it really serves 2 purposes. One purpose is you can use it as acetate, as she's done here. The other is that you can stamp on it and heat emboss, and it will not shrivel up and turn into a mess. It's designed to work that way. You can also do embossing folder. You can do all sorts of things with this. So that is what she has used here. And what she did in this 5 by 5, then she put a piece of our extra sticky tape, you know, that's got that orange liner, just across the top. So she cut the acetate to fit the 5 by 5, but then she added a ½ an inch at the top, scored that, and folded it. Then this is going to get attached just like so. And that just stays very tidy, and that is what has gone into this card. So absolutely gorgeous. Now, what she used to die cut is this. This is our ever popular metallic gold paper. It's a paper, it's a nice sturdy paper. It isn't holographic, it is just a luxurious gold. And so she has die cut out of that gold, and you can see it attached to the acetate. Now, what would you use to attach it to the acetate? I hear you asking. And the answer Teresa has for us is the sticky specs. Boy, this is so incredibly popular. And the sticky specs, as you may recall, you get 4 sheets. These are A4 size, so they're a little more than 8.5 by 11. And it has micro dots on one side, and then it's got this plastic liner. Now, definitely want to keep that liner there. And then you die cut your piece, place it down, press this over, and just lightly press it down. Then when you lift this back up, you can lift up your die cut piece and attach it to your, in this case, to the acetate, to your card, to your page, to whatever you want. What is marvelous about this is that there's no glue oozing, there's no area that has not been attached. But the other thing is, when you use a sheet, you can use it repeatedly and repeatedly, because there's tons and tons and tons of micro dots on that sheet, and you're only picking up, oh my goodness, just a little bit here. So you've got all of the micro dots that are left. So it's going to go a long, long way. Okay, so she has put that on the acetate, and then look what she's done around the edge to echo that gold. She used our new, our Borders and Corners Engraved Dazzles. Now, I've actually have the one on the top that she used. So this has a really pretty scallop, very elegant scallop, I might imagine, all around the edge. Now, it comes in gold, it comes in silver. That's the other one. That happens to be the item number. But you're going to get, oh, I didn't say, I think there's 10 or 20 sheets, one or the other, forgive me, but it will be in the gallery. You can see the item number. So then, while she's got that all ready, she went into the topper collection, and this is the sheet that she used. So this gives you a look at the artwork, because we haven't seen that yet. Again, a lot of black and white imagery that you can color if you choose to, just like she did on that very first project. So you can see that this one was pulled out along with the border around it and glued right on top. Now, she also accented it, as you can see, I think right there, with our gold jewel dazzles. Now, I know that that's just really shocking, but all you see, in fact, you can see it here, is just a flash of sparkle. So that's what Teresa has done. Also, in this package of the Borders and Corners Engraved Dazzles, there are multiple sheets, and that's where these little butterflies came from too. Now, I'm going to go on the inside. So she carefully positioned the other die cut, you can see it right there, so that it would be hidden behind the front one. It's slightly smaller, so it just nests under there very nicely. And then the sending well wishes is also added. She took some of the corners that were on this sheet and added it into the corners on the inside, and it is easy to make, but just beautiful card. And that's what we love from our Teresa. It's what she gives us every single month. Now we're going to go into another card. And this is one using teacups, really pretty. And this is a different style of card. So let me show you. When I open this, in fact, I'm going to open it like this, you can see that she's used something else. Well, the something else is the other cutting die. It's this one. This is the Vintage Elegance. So this one has this piece that is cut out, and I'll talk to you about that in just a moment, but let's focus on the card first, okay? So what she has done is she has taken our regular 5 by 6.5 inch card, and she has cut away a piece of it. So she measured 5/8 of an inch over here and drew a line, and she measured up 2 1/8 of an inch from the bottom and drew a dot. So a dot there and a dot there. Then she drew a line. Now this part gets cut away. See, she even wrote cut away. Now, she also then puts a paper, and the paper that she has chosen is right here, I believe. Yes. It is also from the insert sheets. Again, some of them are double-sided. This one is too. And so what she's done is to give us a pattern for that paper. Now, what Teresa does so well, she does many things well, but one of the things is that she lets the card be the mat. And I think that's just really smart for her time and for your time too. But having that pattern, especially with an odd shape like this, is so helpful. So download that pattern. Where is it? If you will click on the gallery, then click on the image of this project. When you go to it, there'll be a supply list. At the end of the supply list, it will say download. Then there will be instructions. So go to that download, click on it, and you'll see this, exactly this. You can just print it out and use it and keep it to use forevermore. So that will be good. So that's what she's done, is she's covered that. Now, let's get into that cutting die, okay? So the cutting die is going to look like this when you cut it out. But as you can see, just that decorative edge is what cuts. The rest of it stays together. Now, the value of that is you lets you do several things with it, so that's nice. And what Teresa has done is she has cut this off just about 1/2 inch more, and then yes, she did cut into that beautiful artwork and use it for something else. But then she took it and glued it. Well, you can't really see, can you? Because she's nested it under her card. So you may want to do that piece first before you put the patterned insert on top. But you can see what a beautiful edge it gives. And I think that's just really, really nice. So we will be coming back, I think, to this cutting die again. So now going to the rest of her card front, she has taken this sheet of the topper set, and there you go, you can see it right there. Now in this case, you've got 3 die cuts nested together, this teacup, then gold, and then this filigree frame. So this one is going to get glued here, then the outside frame gets glued there. And then she added from another sheet this on your special day and just attach that. This one is foam taped, this one is flat, this one is flat, okay? So that takes care of it. Now, are you seeing that glittery border down here and right along that cut edge? That comes from the exact same set of the borders and corners engraved dazzles. So just giving you a little bit an additional use of these. So that worked very nicely. Now for the inside of her card, Teresa has used the back of the insert. So this is what she used on the front. This is what she used on the back. Clever girl. And so she has cut it to fit on the inside of her card. And then she has used that piece that was here, that circle frame right there. And then she used another of the die cuts to go on the inside of it, and another one, that butterfly, to go right there. So just circle upon circle. Just really, really nice. It works very, very well. Oh, I forgot to tell you what I was so excited about die cutting this. She used this piece out of the Adorable Scorable to cut that. And then I do apologize, I didn't mention this because, again, I was so excited about the cutting die. So she's got her card cut down, okay? Then she is going to glue that this piece down, okay? And then she's going to do an edging of the gray Adorable Scorable, okay? Then she's going to do her patterned insert on top. Okay, got that, all of those steps first. Again, they truly are in the gallery, okay? So just a beautiful card, isn't it? Okay, we have more. Now, Teresa has created not just a gatefold card, but a gatefold card, I'd say, with punch. And you can see, I'm going to lift this up, and you can see something there, and something there. Really pretty. Okay, so how does she do that? Well, Teresa starts with, taking our regular cards, folding them out flat, and then taking each edge and bringing it just to the center. Not overlapping, but just to the center, using your bone folder on each side. That's going to give you your basic gatefold. Now, with that gatefold, let me show you what she's done. So she is going to cover it with, you guessed it, one of those double-sided inserts. The woman is in love with these. And she has cut it. So what she did, and I think this is really a clever thing, is she first cut it like it would fit on that piece if it were a whole piece. And the measurements, again, are down in the gallery. So she's got that cut. And then she cuts it in half. And then do you see how she places them? She allows the card to be the border around the edge, but she butts the two ends right into the center, so there's no white between them. That way, this is a continuous image. And because she cut it out of one piece, you get that continuous image. There's no break in it until you open it up, and then obviously there is a break. So that's really nice. Now, she also put a border from one of the sheets at the top and at the bottom, and actually first, so you can do it as one piece and then cut it. That way, again, you'll have it continue, so that works nicely. She also used, let me see, a, well, she's got some dazzles in there. I think that these are just the border dazzles. Yes, they are. These are the regular thin line dazzles. So she's got the gold ones. So you can see one on one side, one on the other. But again, it's the same one on all four of them. Okay. Now, to get back to finishing the front of that card, this is the little girl. And again, you can color it if you want to. Teresa opted not to. So she's right there. And again, just glued, as you know, to the left-hand side. That way you can actually open this puppy. And then Thinking of You is another one of the die cuts. Now, this butterfly also comes from this same collection. So she has cut that twice out of our metallic gold that I showed you earlier. Let's get this out of the way. And they are right there. So they're just layered. You can see there's one underneath and one right there. Just gives a little extra dimension. She also put a flower there. And this flower comes from the Tutti Frutti collection. And what's interesting about this is from 49th and Market, is that there are 3 sizes. You see how they package them? And several colors, and so that's an interesting way to go. Now, I don't know that I would have envisioned this particular one going with this paper collection, just even going by the titles, but our Teresa looks further than I would, and she found that one that matches perfectly. But look at the front. There's more. So she used some of the different sizes to go on it. And there's 49 pieces in here. So she's used, well, let me see, 3. So you're going to have a lot left. So that's nice. Now, we're going to go right here. And what Teresa has done is she has cut that piece again, this time out of this color of the Adorable Squirrel. And she matted it on our metallic gold. Now, our metallic gold is what she used to die cut the butterfly. So it's going to all match, plus all the foiling is gold, so everything matches. So she placed it, she matted it on that gold, and she did cut this so that it is as wide as the card. So you're just going to lose a little bit on each side, so there's plenty of room. Now let me show you the back of this card. So you see that edge that you've got right here? I'll turn it that way. That's the part that's going to get scored and glued, and I would really use the extra sticky tape to the back of her card. So just like the card that we did earlier. So that's going to work nicely. The ribbon, well, you know, the ribbon is going to come from that light pink set. This is just a beautiful ribbon that works so nicely. She did put another flower right here, and notice that this covers up the smaller one on the inside, so she's very precise about her attaching things so that things do remain concealed until you lift up. Another thing that's on the front here is 2 little green rhinestones on the butterfly, and that comes from a hunky-dory green shimmer sparklets. So that works nicely. So then we've got this We're going to open this up. We haven't done the inside. Well, the inside, going back to that inserts, now this is more the typical inserts that we're used to from Hunky Dory. And you can see this going to start right here, and it's going to just be cut, go on the inside of a card. Now, I think when I first saw these, I thought, well, you know, okay, that's nice, but now what are you going to do? And I have come to realize that they just add a really nice touch. As you can see right here, just a lovely border down there. Now she has placed 2 more of the die cuts. You can see the little girl there. And then also sealed with love and best wishes. That's from a different sheet. They're just glued flat, a little knotted bow right there. And then Teresa went into something that we just use lots and lots around here. And this is the 500 script greetings. So there's a ton of sheets in here. And you get 12 sheets, as a matter of fact. See, I looked on the back and it told me. There's 12 sheets, black, white, gold, silver, and then there's 3 styles of script writing. And you can see the happy birthday right there. And going into the thin line dazzles, you can see that there's dazzles at the top and at the bottom. That works really nicely. So the whole piece is very coordinated, and I think you'll agree, it's just quite lovely. Okay, well, the woman was busy, and I've got one more card for you. This is a Slimline, and she left me a note. And this also comes with a pattern. So let me show you that pattern. So here's the pattern. And here it is all cut out. So let me place it the way Teresa has it, right like this. So what you do with her patterns, if there's a straight line, that's a cutting line. If it's a broken line or a dashed line, that's a score line, okay? So that just makes it easy. So you can see that this is flat, and then when you cut it out, you're going to fold these 2 just in half, just like, because that's your card. And then you're going to fold this down and this up, excuse me, and this down. So let me show you the side. There you go. So that's going to be our little ledge on the inside. Now, with all of these measurements, my note says that this will still fit in a number 10 envelope. So she just wants you to know that. Now, what did Teresa use to finish her card? Well, first of all, she has a paper right there. And let me show you where this paper came from. It is from the Adorable Scoreable card kit. And you can see that she has used this piece from the top. Let me turn it the way she has used it, okay? So the roses are at the top. This is what the sheet looks like. It has a sewing machine. That's nice. Again, in the kind of, it's not black and white, it's kind of gray and white artwork that's throughout this whole collection. So she has glued that. Now, as I said, Teresa loves to have the card be her mat. So she's given us a paper pattern, and that pattern, again, you can just print it off, and then you can place it on here. Notice that this piece is going to, that gold is going to go right in the middle, or right down to the bottom of that front area. So that gets cut out. And then she has gone into the cutouts piece, the topper piece, and she's popped this one out and foam taped it right there. Then we're going to go inside the card. So let me show you here. And she has used another of the inserts for this. And I don't have it right here, but as you can see, it's right there. It's got all of these keys, and that will become the piece that goes here. It's just a rectangle. She has matted it on that metallic gold that she used several times, and she's also pulled several of the die cuts from other sheets to place right there. So that does a nice job. Then I'm going to pop to the middle here, and that's going to use that same piece of paper with the keys on it. And then she's gone into the tags again. So here's the tag. Now it comes like this, but she's got it. And then again, the woman has cut this down, matted it on the metallic gold, and placed it right there. and that just does a really nice job. Now, to finish off her card, you see some butterflies are right in here and butterflies in here. So she wanted to duplicate that with her accents. And this is what she's chosen. This is called 117 Beautiful Butterflies. And there's all kinds of butterflies in here. Many, many sheets. I suppose it would be nice if I showed you, wouldn't it? And so she has chosen some and just placed them so you can see it right there on the front of the card. Okay, here are the dazzles. There's several sheets. Well, it's the same die on several sheets, and I think it's 10. So you're going to get gold, silver, glitter, pink, red, all kinds. So again, it's 117 dazzles in total. And so she has just chosen which one she wanted. And then to carry out the pink, she added, you can see it right there, a pink jewel dazzles. So right there, onto that little butterfly, little one there, and on the inside also. So that finishes our 5th card. What a wonderful collection. So just to recap, you've got 2 absolutely gorgeous cutting dies. You've got the very versatile tags and all of those beautiful foiled artwork as well. You'll get, Steve, you're showing them my messy table and the inserts and also the adorable scorable. All of these is absolutely wonderful. Okay, well, you can see that Teresa had a great time and it's been fun sharing it with you. I want to tell you, if you're watching this on YouTube, please come over to paperwishes.com. You'll see on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a money saver. In fact, 1 or 2 money savers, I'm not sure, but we want you to be able to get, if you want to get everything, you can get a discount, and so that's always nice. As I've mentioned during this webisode, down below in the gallery, you're going to see complete instructions. You'll also get all those patterns, and everything is here for you. We just want to have everything right here for you. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. For Teresa and I really appreciate it, in addition to the rest of the gang and Steve behind the camera. And want to thank you for being absolutely the best part of paperwishes.com.